Number 15. Rhinos. Watch as this enraged rhino bull tries to attack annoying tourist vehicles to protect his cow and calf. This old bull had to have had a previous encounter with poachers or other humans. The video was shot in Kruger National Park. Can you imagine how scary it must be to see a massive rhino like this one running straight for your vehicle? I know I would have my foot on the gas pedal in seconds. This rhino does not appreciate this vehicle getting too close, but he doesn't charge it. This rhino calf pretends to charge a vehicle, but he looks more like he's having a blast just running around. I find rhino calves adorable and so playful, more so than hippos and buffaloes. These rhinos worry less about the vehicles and more about themselves when they get ready to go head to head. Even though the people call them out, they don't pay attention to them. These rhinos are inspecting this red car, and I just hope they don't get too close to it, because it could be the end for their car. One of the rhinos bumps into the car with his horn, and it scares him and his friends away. That was an unexpected reaction. It probably thinks the car is alive. Number 14. Angry ram attacks. This ram is going full steam ahead at this car, and it doesn't stop ramming into it as the car backs up. The guy in the car honks to scare the goat away, but it does absolutely nothing. It's like this goat is protecting this road, and there is no trespassing allowed. I wouldn't mind having a bodyguard like this. This goat takes its job very seriously. Number 13. Elephants. This elephant is massive, and it just stands there looking at this car. It's incredible how the elephant dwarfs the car. Driver of the car is probably afraid to press on the gas in case the elephant reacts and crushes the car, which could kill everyone in the car. The elephant finally goes his way, and the people in the car are sweating a little less. This must have been the scariest experience of their life. This elephant is extremely territorial, and when a vehicle comes by, it doesn't appreciate its presence and pursues it. You can see the damage on the vehicle afterwards. This nerve-wracking encounter took place in the heart of South Africa, near the Kruger National Park. While searching for this herd of 22 African elephants, tensions were rising. The safari guide and their game viewing vehicle were attacked by this elephant bull. Their tracker nearly wet his pants because of this lethal charge. However, he did an excellent job of dealing with the unusual circumstances. Watch this elephant approach this vehicle. How scary is that? The elephant flanks the car as if it's going to crash into it, but just walks around it to make sure everything is okay. The tourists in the vehicle film the elephant and are just amazed by the sighting. This elephant lets a few cars go by, but then it loses it and decides to attack the third vehicle. I guess the elephants lose their patience occasionally with all the paparazzi trying to get interviews and photographs. If you want to know how a movie star feels, just go ask one of these elephants and they will tell you. Number 12. Tigers. The people in this vehicle see a couple of tigers and you can hear how afraid they are. This tiger walks towards a vehicle as the vehicle backs up. The tiger is calm and doesn't seem interested in chasing the vehicle at all. Until, out of the blue, he begins to sprint toward the vehicle, which sets a stir panic among the passengers. And you can hear them telling the driver to press on the gas. This is a safe way to see tigers in the wild. At least, these people are in a caged bus, so the tigers don't pose any danger to them, as opposed to an open vehicle where they can jump inside and attack the passengers. You can hear the tigers growl, and it's quite impressive. This beautiful tiger approaches a vehicle and decides to chase it. I mean, it's only normal that these animals react this way. Humans trespassing on their territory at all hours of the day so they can watch them. How would you react if someone just walked onto your property without permission or for no good reason, just to look at you? Number 11. Giraffe. Giraffes are massive animals, and they're kind of tall too. How would you feel being chased by a giraffe? This giraffe circles what seems to be an already damaged Range Rover. The hood of the car is messed up, and so is the front. I guess the giraffe wasn't kidding around. In this next clip, watch this giraffe take long strides to try and catch up to this Jeep in the bush. Is the giraffe upset, or is it just going through its morning workout? Giraffes are huge, and when a giraffe this size approaches your vehicle, you start to sweat because you never know what can happen. This giraffe is curious and inspects all the cars around it without doing anything else. Number 10. Lions. In our thumbnail, these male lions are trying to take a peek into this red Jeep. I'm not sure what they're thinking, but they must be saying to themselves this could be an interesting meal. The safari excursion is always exciting, and you never know what you'll come across. It can be a breathtaking experience at times, but it can also be terrifying other times. When this male lion comes close to a car, the people get to see how big a lion is in real life. Do you know lions could open car doors from the outside? Watch as this lioness approaches this vehicle and casually opens the door. The people in the car panic and immediately close it back, locking it in seconds. That must have been terrifying. This lioness decides to give this vehicle a little tender love and care as it licks the car with affection. The people in the car must be having the experience of a lifetime. Lions chase and attack a car during a safari. Just listen to the paintwork being scratched, and that poor family must have had the scare of their lives. Never underestimate the speed and power of wild lions, as these tourists discovered when they needed to repair the paint on their car. That is why it is critical to always follow the rules of the park and keep your windows closed when you're near a predator. This pride of lions is taking a break on the road, the perfect place for safari enthusiasts to watch the felines in their natural habitat. The big cats don't seem concerned with the vehicles at all. It's hilarious how they've decided to just crash out right in the middle of the road like that, and it doesn't look like they're ready to leave anytime soon. Number 9. Baboons. These baboons are being lured with bananas, but I don't think this is a great idea unless this guy doesn't mind having his car scratched. One of the baboons decides to pee on the car, and the other ones just keep walking all over their car. This car will need some major repairs after these baboons are done with it. Another baboon jumps on a vehicle and wants to get in. Baboons seem to be unafraid of humans, and they just keep on coming. Even lions are more hesitant when approaching humans. Baboons don't care. As long as humans have something that arouses their curiosity, they are game. This baboon opens the door of a car, and while sitting in the car, he steals all the food, poops inside the car, and runs off with all the bags. That's what baboons are all about. They are a complete wrecking machine, and they have no qualms about it. Number 8. Elk. A bull elk starts walking by a car in Estes Park, Colorado, but then decides to stop. Is it a case of seizing the bull by the horns? Elks have been known to attack cars during mating season. They will attack anything they perceive as a threat to their cows, including pedestrians and vehicles when they are on high alert. They are serious animals with a lot of size, so I wouldn't mess with them if I came across them. This elk decides he wants a taste of this car and begins to bite it. He seems friendly, but these animals are so unpredictable, so it's not worth taking a chance to pet them. When he tries to lick the windshield, he gets a taste of the windshield washer fluid, and he must be asking himself what kind of water humans drink. I guess it doesn't bother him too much because he keeps putting his nose in there. Number 7. Cheetahs. While a mother cheetah is sitting atop a safari vehicle, her cubs were climbing on the tires and playing around the vehicle. This must have been an amazing experience for the wildlife enthusiasts in the vehicle, except for the fact that they had taken hostage by the mother cheetah and her little family of 4 cubs. This beautiful mother cheetah and her cubs invaded the safari vehicle. The felines were peaceful and took the time to relax on the roof of the vehicle. However, it was no longer permitted to allow cheetahs to do this sort of thing. This rule is strictly enforced by rangers, and letting the cats do this is now strictly prohibited. The vehicle is seen driving slowly with the cats still on the roof, until we see them walk away from the vehicles, slowly. A cheetah jumps on this jeep and poses for the safari enthusiast. I would be afraid to have a cheetah that close to me, just in case he decided to jump on me just for fun. It seems like cheetahs are the most approachable of the big cats. What a sighting this is. The cheetah decides to lay down on the jeep and looks around to see if there's anything interesting to do. What a gorgeous animal, and I'm really surprised by how calm it is. This cheetah takes things even further and jumps inside a safari vehicle. It's amazing how friendly these wild cats are. I can't get over it. They aren't aggressive at all. They're just curious, and once they get close to people and know what's going on, they go back to what they were doing and are not aggressive in the least towards humans. Number 6. Wildebeest. This wildebeest is not approaching these vehicles because it's curious. It's actually being threatened by a few lions and is probably trying to find cover among the vehicles. Unfortunately, it's not enough, and the felines jump it and take it down in front of the onlookers. Number 5. Polar bears. So, this polar bear is interested in knowing what's in this vehicle. He gets his nose real close to the window and tries to get a whiff of the contents before going back down, forgetting about the whole thing. Polar bears are monstrous, and just seeing a polar bear this close would give me a heart attack. These gigantic polar bears decide they want to go for a ride, and one of the bears even tries to climb into the truck. Unfortunately, the footage cuts off while the bear is attempting to climb, so we'll never find out if he was able to get in there. Number 4. Kudu bull. This kudu bull chases a safari vehicle, and you can see it gain some ground through the vehicle's window, but the vehicle and its occupants are in no danger at all. This beautiful kudu bull is running alongside a fence, and when this vehicle catches up to it, you can see how big the animal's horns are, and the animal is huge as well. These are the joys of living and farming in the bush. In this safari park, a camel decides to chase a kudu, and you can see the kudu jumping over a car, trying to avoid it, as the camel runs right behind it. Number 3. Emu. Here's an emu that got a little aggressive with this car and the people inside the car. You can hear the people panic and yell, even though it's mixed with a little laughter. Emus are big birds, and they can be extremely dangerous if you're not careful. This emu approaches a car and wants a bite of this person's food. His friends see all the goodies that are in there, and they want some as well. These emus are not camera shy, and humans don't seem to bother them. This girl has a blast when this emu puts his head inside her car. She just looks away from the emu, pretending it's not there, until the big bird eventually walks away. Number 2. Leopards. These people met this gorgeous leopard on the street. Seeing leopards in this region is common, but this cub attracted everyone with his behavior. He was friendly and had no problem approaching people. And yes, it can become dangerous even if it's a young cub, but I guess it's part of walking in such areas. The cub continued meeting villagers as they were walking back to the village. I would love to have such an experience, but I must admit, it can be pretty scary. What if the cub's mother was around? Perhaps this cub is already old enough to be his own, but no one really knows. Even though leopards rarely attack humans, this does not mean you should play with one while on a safari. In fact, the best thing a guide can do when wildlife approaches a tourist vehicle is to move away. The management of Kenya's Masai Mara National Reserve has already banned the camp, and the guides who allowed this photographer to become involved in a potentially fatal encounter with a leopard. This leopard walks by a couple of safari vehicles on his way to stalk a gazelle, and when he gets close enough, he goes for the kill. The gazelle tries to free itself, but the leopard makes the kill in front of the safari vehicles. Number 1. Gaur. The gaur is a bovine relative of the cow, and it is the largest known wild cattle on the planet, larger than bison, water buffalo, and Cape buffalo. They are native to South Asia. You can see how massive they are in this video when this gaur walks right by this vehicle. This is one huge cow. This vehicle wants to get past 2 gaurs, but the driver is reluctant. He's not sure if he should wait until they move away from the road or if he should just drive straight through. After some thinking, he decides to go for it, and sure enough, the gaurs both take a shot at the vehicle as it's driving through. The first one barely touches it, but the second one makes contact and slightly lifts it. The driver was lucky neither of the 2 beasts made strong contact with the vehicle or could have gotten ugly. They could have easily flipped the vehicle over. These gaurs watching these vehicles driving by and must be wondering what they want. The vehicles have nothing to worry about because the gaurs are far behind a fence. I liked many of these encounters, but my favorite ones have to be the cheetah clips. I just loved how calm and approachable they were. What about you? Which one was your favorite? Let us know in the comments below. Well, that's our look at scary moments when animal attacks safari vehicles. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a like and let us know in the comments what you think. Check out our other videos and subscribe to be part of the fun. Click on the notification icon so you can see our new videos as soon as they're uploaded. That's it for now.